Okay, so in the previous lesson, we had looked at how to model the ear using the formula-based system. So in this lesson, we're now going to move on into modeling the lips. So to model the lips, we're going to be using a different technique because it's really a very subtle feature on the face, right? So the techniques that we've been using to model the nose and the eyes and the ears are not going to really work out for the lips. So we're going to be using an edge slide technique to create hard edges for subtle features. Okay. So the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and click on the figure, and you can see that we haven't really renamed it right now, so it's called cube. So if you click on here in the object tab, you can see that it's called cube over here. And if I open up this panel over here, go all the way down, you'll see that the name also appears over here. So you can rename it in any of these places. So I'm just going to go ahead and double click this and type in figure over here. You can see that how the name is reflected over here. Let's go ahead and shut this off. We can go ahead and turn off the lights because we're going to switch back to the solid mode over here. Press 1 to go into my front view. Make sure that your snapping is still enabled and you are still set on increment. I'm going to go ahead and switch to edit mode over here. And the first thing that I'm always going to make sure under edges, you can see that because I've closed Blender and opened it, it removes the shortcut. So I'm just going to right click this edge shortcut, hover my mouse and do Control A. For some reason, this shortcut key doesn't get saved in your blend file. So the first thing that we are going to do is go ahead and select on the faces. We have to make some adjustments to the face before we can touch this area over here. So what I want to do is press on the 3 key to go into my right view. I'm going to zoom in with my scroll wheel on my mouse, shift middle mouse button to pan it over here. I'm going to press the C key, and then remember you can use your scroll wheel to make it smaller or larger, and just go ahead and select all these with the left mouse button over here. Right click to get out of it. So I'm going to do the middle mouse button over here to rotate to let you see all the faces that I've selected. Press 1 to go into your front view, and then press C again, and now we're going to add these faces over here, including this one. So you want to select it in this pattern. We also need to select one vertex over here, right? So what we want to do is switch to the vertex mode. Shift and add this vertex over here. Now, just to note that if you switch to face select mode, it's obviously going to deselect that vertex. So if you go back to vertex, you'll see that it's not selected. Because when you switch to face select mode, you have to have at least 3 or 4 of the vertices selected to stay in face select mode. So that's why I got rid of it. So go ahead and do shift and right click to add this. Now I'm going to do W, and I'm going to click on smooth only one time. Next, go ahead and click on the face select mode over here. Click on this face, do W, and then you're going to smooth it one time. Next, go ahead and select on this face over here, go into your right view. Now you're going to zoom in, shift middle mouse button to pan. You need to get the smaller grid units, and you're going to move it to the right, 1, and then 2. Then zoom out over here. Go to your front view and just zoom in, shift middle mouse button to bring it up where the nose is. So if you press the 2 key, you can actually rotate also. So I'm going to go ahead and select on the vertex mode. I'm going to remove the snapping. Then I'm just going to simply right click this vertex, and keeping my right mouse button pressed, I'm going to move it. So all you have to do is simply right click to move it, and then just bring it like so. And then simply left click to confirm it. And if you do tab, you can see what we've done. Basically define this area over here. Okay. Now going to your front view over here, A to D select. Next, go ahead and pan up, shift middle mouse button, zoom in. Go ahead and select on the edges over here, and you're going to select these 2 edges. This one, Shift key down, and then this one, and you're going to bring it up 8 times. 1. Now you see that I don't have the snapping enabled, so I'm going to do Control Z to undo that. Have snapping enabled and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. I'm going to zoom out, go to my face select mode, and select on this face over here. Now you need to zoom out to remove those smaller grid units, just like this. I'm going to move it to the left 1 time, go to my right view, move it to the right 1 time, then go ahead and make it go up. Now you're going to do smooth this 3 times. So W smooth 1, 2, and then 3. A to deselect. Next, we're going to go ahead and select on this face over here. I'm going to go into my front view, zoom in, and I'm just going to move it out 3 times. 1, 2, and then 3. Then zoom out over here, go to my right view, A to deselect. So we're going to get this face over here. You're going to have to zoom in, shift middle mouse button to pan. You're going to bring it down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, I'm going to now modify this area for the neck for a second. Okay. So as you can see that we have the length for the back of the neck going down, right? So it's long. Now in the front, we really can't expand the neck over here right now because we really haven't gotten into the area of the body. Once we do that, all of this will work itself out. What we do want to do is select on these 4 faces over here. Go into the front view and make sure you don't have the smaller grid units. You're just going to snap it to the right 1 time, to do smooth 2 times, W 1 and 2. And go to your right view, and if you do tab, you can see what this does. It simply bulges out this area here for the neck. Okay, so there's a muscle over here which we will take care of later. Now go to your right view and tab. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do Control R, left click, and then right click. I'm going to go to my face select mode. So I'm going to get this face over here. I'm going to zoom in to get the smaller grid units, come down 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. And this simply is to add the curvature here for the bottom of the jaw. Shift middle mouse button to pan. So you're going to get these 2 faces over here right behind the ear. You're going to do Control A 1 and then 2 times. So if you do tab, you can see what we're doing is simply now defining this area here for the end of the jaw. Okay. So now the other thing that you'll notice that over here we need to have a gland over here. So on the side of the jaw there's a gland which forces a plane to appear on the side of the face. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to go to my right view, do tab. So I'm going to select on these 2 faces over here and do Control A. I'm going to select on these 2 faces over here, Control A, this one and this one, Control A. Remember, to select multiple faces, you do Shift key. So go ahead and select all these faces over here. With the Shift key down and right mouse button, you're going to do W, and then you're just going to smooth it on 1 time. So now if you do tab, you can see that we've defined the gland over here, and this automatically creates this plane on the face. So if I do the front view, you can see how the shadow is hitting the face, and this is an important plane on the face over here that needs to appear. A to deselect. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start moving on into the area to define the lips. So the first thing that I'm going to do is zoom in over here and go ahead and click on this. I'm going to move it to the left 5 times. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I'm going to now zoom out to remove the smaller grid units. Then you're going to get this face over here. I'm going to snap it to the right 1 time. I'm going to switch to the vertex mode. Go ahead and select on this vertex. Move it to the left 1 time like this. Then you're going to get these vertices over here. You're going to select them in this pattern. I'm going to smooth it 3 times. W smooth 1, 2, and then 3, and then A to deselect. Next, I'm going to zoom in, shift middle mouse button to pan up, switch to the face select mode, select on this, and you're going to bring it in 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Go ahead and select on this one, do W, and then you're going to smooth it. Then you're going to press the R key to rotate, and rotate it 2 nudges, 1 and then 2. Select on this, zoom in, and just move it to the left 1 time. Select on this and move it 2 times, 1 and 2 down. and this now sets everything up for the lips. So if you do tab and take a look at what's going on, you can see that we get this little curve over here, and then this flap is going over here. But what we get is this curve over here, so we can define the lips, right? So that's what you want to be conscious of as to the planes of the face, as to how everything turns in. Remember when we did the eyes? Here we force the mind to understand how deep this really goes. Same here for the corner, so you can see the part of the eyeball on the right view. So these are some important concepts that this formula-based system is helping you to see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my front view and stay in edit mode, A to D select. So the first thing that we want to do is go ahead and select on this and this one and do Control A. We're going to do this is because we need to create some edge loops. So if I do Control R, you can see how the edge loop goes around. I'm going to right click to cancel that because we don't want to do anything right now on that area. Go ahead and zoom in, shift middle mouse button to pan. You're going to click on these two faces over here. You're going to do E to extrude, and you're going to right click to cancel it. Then you're going to scale 1, 2, and then 3 inside. Now we're going to scale it on the Z axis. So I'm going to go into my wireframe mode so you can actually see how the Z axis looks. So if I press S, then I press Z, you'll see that it shows a line. I'm going to scale it 8 nudges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. I'm simply moving my mouse. So I'll press the Z key again to go into solid view. I'm going to now move this up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So now we're going to go into a right view over here, so you can see that it's starting to define how the top lip is going to look. So I'm going to zoom in over here, shift and middle mouse button to pan. I'm going to do E to extrude, right click to get out of it, take it to the right, W, and then smooth. E to extrude, right click to get out of it, take it to the right, W, and then smooth. Now I'm going to do X, and I'm going to go ahead and delete the faces. So if I do 1, you can see that we're creating an opening for the lip area. Next, you're going to click on the edges. You're going to click on this edge and this edge. So now if I press the G key 2 times and just simply move my mouse like this, I want to move this 3 nudges. I'm going to press G1 2 times. I'm going to move my mouse 1, 2, and then 3. So if you do tab, you can see what we're doing is simply defining this curvature over here. And this also tells you that when you're creating older people, this is one technique that you can use to start to create much more, well, lips that look a little more older on an older person. Then A to D select. So now we're going to go ahead and start to create the area for the lips. Now before I do that, I do want to tell you something over here. So when you are modeling this stuff, you basically just want to be aware or conscious of as to the equalization of your edge loops. Okay, so meaning that I would like to have similar edge loop quantities on the top and the bottom. It doesn't have to be exact, but they should be balanced out in some way, right? They could be a little off balance, but not too extreme. So to do this, what we have to do is simply see that, okay, well, if we have this line going over here, we might as well just bring this one. So I'm going to make sure that I'm in my edge loop over here, click on this, and if I do the G key 2 times, 1, 2, you can see that I can nudge it up 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, and then 4 over here. And I can do the same thing, click on this, G 2 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm simply going to click on this and rotate this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm basically making it kind of equal distances apart. See how this will work. So what we want to do now is go and click on the face select mode, click on this face and this face. We're going to do Control A 1 time and then 2 time over here. A to D select. Now remember the knife tool over here that we use, which is a shortcut key K. We're going to make sure that we're in the front view. When we press the K, going to go ahead and come to this intersection over here. Click the mouse, left mouse button 1 time, and then go here over here, right it smack in the middle right here. Basically where these 2 dots are, if you had drawn a line straight across, you would basically come down right around here. And simply left click this and do the same thing, just like this. Left click and do space bar. I'm going to do my middle mouse button to rotate up, Making sure that I don't get any edges in the back over here. I'm going to do K. Do the same thing. Click this one, come down. You'll see that it lights up like this. Click it. Lights up. It has to light up, right? It lights up like this. Click it and do space bar. If you mess that up, just do Control Z, right? Because we only want to define the edges over here. Okay, so this means that we can now convert this into a quad. So here we're just going to click on the vertex mode. You're going to get this little one vertex in the middle. You're going to do X and you're going to do dissolve vertices.